Hello, assalamu alaikum. I'm Mr. Mahmood. So today we are presenting on malware and its prevention. So first of all, what is malware? Malware basically is a malicious software. In Spanish, mal means bad, and it sums to badware, so which is doing something bad. So malware is basically a software specifically designed to inflict damage, disrupt, or take unauthorized access to a computer system. There are various kinds of malware. There are viruses, worms, Trojan horses, spyware, etc. So now for the purpose of malware. Through malware, your data can be stolen, then it can be sold. So hackers steal your data through malware. They can get unauthorized access. Sometimes they can monitor what you are doing. They can steal your personal, financial, and business information. So now for the how does malware work, or how can you get it in your PC? You can download it through compromised or hacked websites, which are not safe. You can get a malware through USB flash drives or external hard drives. You can get malware through phishing attacks too. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, myself Tausuf bin Majid, last 4 digit of my ID is 1711. Now I talk about the core components of malware. Malware is not just a simple file, it's built with a specialized component, help it carry out malicious tasks. Let's look at each one. At first, loader. This is the first part that gets executed. It prepares the environment of the malware and loads the rest of the payload. This is the actual malicious part. It can steal data, encrypt file, or damage the system. Command and control server. This is remote control server by the attacker. It allows them to send instruction and receive stealing data. Persistence mechanism to ensure the malware stays active even after reboots. Evasion techniques. Malware uses methods to avoid detection by antivirus and monitoring tools. Data exfiltration module. This is responsible for collecting and sending sensitive data like password, document, or banking details that back to the attackers. Every component plays a crucial role to making a powerful malware and difficult to remove. In the next slide, now let's look at how malware actually attacks a system in 5 key stages. Stage 1, infection. This is the entry point. Malware can infect through phishing emails, infected USB drives, or malicious website. Stage 2, delivery. Once inside, the malware install itself and establish a connection with the attacker commands and control server. Stage 3, execution. At this stage, the payload is activated. It can steal data, encrypt files, or spread further. Persistence. This malware ensures it stay on the system even after restarts or antivirus scan. This allows long-term access. Exfiltration. Finally, the stolen data is back to the attacker. This could include personal files, login credentials, or financial information. Understanding this stage helps security professionals to detect and break down malware at early stages. In the next slide, finally, let's explore some common types of malware that we face today. Virus, worms, Trojan, rootkit, and ransomware. Thank you everyone. All of this malware was elaborately described by my next team members.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone, I'm Jisan. Last 4 digit of my ID is 1805. So I'll be talking about the virus. So what is the virus actually? The virus is a piece of code written with malicious intent. A virus can harm a system in several ways. It can delete your existing file, leading a permanent loss of personal or critical data. It might corrupt running application, causing them to crash or function correctly. A particularly a particularly nasty type can harm the boot sector of the hard drive, which can prevent your computer from even starting up. It can also strange behavior like uncontrolled replication of files or engaging the CPU, which consumes all your computer preprocessing power and make it incredibly slow. A virus typically goes through four distinct phases. First, dormant phase. First, the virus is in dormant state. It is successfully infected the system, but it is essentially hiding, idle, and waiting. It does nothing to draw attention to itself. Propagation phase. It enters in the propagation phase. Here, the virus focuses on spreading. It make copies of itself and insert into other programs or files on the computer. The goal is to affect as many part of the computer system as possible before it detected. The third is trigger phase. A virus is no longer just spreading; it's now waiting for a specific condition to be met. This trigger could be a specific date or time, or a user action like opening a certain application. The fourth is finally the trigger condition is met. The virus enters the execution phase. This is when malicious part of code, the payload, is activated to perform the function it was designed for. Whether that's deleting files, displaying messages, or crashing the system. So virus need a host and often need a user to help it spread. So thirdly, we have the worm. The worm is a standalone malware program. Unlike a virus, it does not need to attach itself to another program to survive or spread. It is a self-contained piece of software. Because of this, its behavior is different as next point we can see a worm generally doesn't affect other files on the computer it infects. Instead, primary purpose is to copy itself to other computer on a network. It does repeatedly and automatically, often exploiting security vulnerabilities in the operational system or network software. The main damage from a worm comes from this rapid, uncontrolled replication. By creating thousands or millions of copies of itself across a network, it can consume massive amount of bandwidth. This can cause extreme slowness, even block the network transmission entirely, evenly shutting down business operation or part of the internet.
Hello everyone, I'm Mohsen Haq. The last four digits of my student ID is 1804. In the digital world, some of the biggest dangers don't announce themselves. They disguise themselves, they hide in plain sight, they can lock you out of your own system. I'm here to shed some light on three of these cunning threats like the Trojan, rootkits, and ransom. So let's get started. First, the Trojan. Much like the mythical Trojan horse, this type of malware disguises itself as a legitimate software. However, once your computer it's installed, it can do a variety of tasks like take control of your computer, steal your personal data, and even install more malware onto your system. These are the types of Trojan, including there are like backdoor Trojan, like in the Storm ARM, then downloaded Trojans that is install other malware, and remote access Trojan that give an attacker control over your machines. Next up to the rootkits. So a rootkit is designed to gain privileged administrator level access to computer file activity hiding in its own presence. Once the toolkit is installed, an attacker can remotely execute files and change your system configuration, access log files to spy on your system activity without even you knowing. Essentially, a rootkit gives an attacker the key of the kingdom while remaining completely invisible. Then, the ransomware. Finally, we have ransomware. This type of malware that blocks you from accessing your own system or files, typically by encrypting them, and then demands a payment or ransom to restore your access. The motive is almost always financial, and unlike other malware, the victim is directly notified of the attack. Attackers usually demand payment in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, but sometimes also through gift cards. This type of malware has been around since the mid 2000s, with a more advanced form called crypto ransomware emerging in 2013. That includes my overview of Trojan rootkits and ransom. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. I'm going to talk about the prevention against malware. Core prevention strategies. We can use antivirus software. We can install reputable antivirus protection tools with real-time scanning and automatic updates. This will eliminate any kind of malware or viruses in real time. Enable firewalls. We can active built-in firewalls in our system and routers to filter incoming and outgoing traffic. Keep software updated. Regularly patching operating system, browsers, and applications can fix vulnerabilities, which can improve our security. Practice safe browsing. Avoiding suspicious websites, pop-ups, and clickbaits can mitigate a huge amount of risk. Using ad blockers to reduce exposure. Being cautious with emails. Do not clicking on unknown links or attachment. However, URLs to preview them, we can download from trusted source. Only install software from trusted website and verified app stores. Then advanced protection techniques. We can use multi-factor authentication. It adds an extra layer of security beyond passwords. Network segmentation. Isolating critical system to limit malware spread. Sandboxing. Analyze suspicious files in isolated environments before allowing them into our system. Behavior-based detection, using tools that monitor for unusual activities rather than relying solely on unknown malware signature. Backup and recovery. Regular backups. Keeping backups of our important data can backups and recovery. Using backup solution can prevent ransomware from altering or deleting our stored data. User awareness. User awareness, security training, educating users on phishing, social engineering, and safe digital habits. Monitor accounts, watch for unauthorized access or unusual activities on our system. This is all from us. Thank you.